Hey Pisces, you were my hardest crystal ball scrying of the month. You are also my last sign to do. This is your April monthly readings on Esoteric Tales and Tarot. We've got the crystal ball scrying followed by tarot cards. I'm using the Light Seer's tarot and some oracle messages as well. But I didn't know whether to stop and start again later. And then I thought, no, this is your message. I've looked back in and I'm getting it. So, you know that singer Lauryn Hill, and it was actually when she was in the Fugees. And it's that song, Ready or Not, Here I Come, You Can't Hide, I'm going to find you and make you want me. Something like that. Was I just kept hearing the song over and over again. I actually went and looked at the video for it because I kept thinking submarines. I thought there were fish there. He's in the final scene. It's so funny because I was like, Pisces, this song's not going away for me. There's something in it. And it's really strange because the rest of the messages coming out were quite specific for you going against the, almost like I thought Fugees, I was hearing like fugitive, but I mean, maybe that is meaningful for someone that's tuning in. Perhaps there's fugitive, maybe there's somebody who's recently come out of jail, I don't know. Or perhaps there was a lot of Navy military kind of things inside that and being on the run. And I saw it in a few different ways. Ready or not, here I come. Like that there could be an unexpected visitor, or you're the unexpected visitor and you're just kind of landing somewhere. You're thinking, yep, why not? I'm going. There's that. But I felt as though you have sat there with an opinion for a long time that's not the popular opinion, and you haven't voiced it, you haven't been sort of speaking up. And it was like, ready or not, here I come, and I'm going to say what I really feel. And I thought it was going to be quite funny because it's sort of out of character, or it's unexpected, and it's like you're just going to deliver the news now. You're just going to, and it could be quite unpopular. It could be political, or I don't know. I mean, how many things can be unpopular at the moment? You know, there's a lot. So be careful in the way that you deliver it, and good luck because it's Mercury retrograde. So being tongue-tied and putting your foot in your mouth is kind of how the energy goes for the next few weeks. So good luck in April trying to get your words to come out right and people to hear you in the correct way. But I felt like, ready or not, you're doing it anyway. You don't even care. It's like you've gotten to the point where you're just like, I'm just going to say what I think anyway. I'm sick of it. Just be careful that you're not under the influence of something when you're doing it, and be prepared for other people to not agree or to have a differing opinion, and that's okay as well. Just like you have your opinion, they're allowed to have theirs, and maybe later they'll remember what you said and they'll come around, but it's in the delivery. I just feel like I have to say that to you, Pisces. I also saw a big tree, and something wanting to cut the tree down, or you could be having trouble if you've got a block of land and you need a tree, or there could be a dangerous tree and you want it cut down, but there's permissions that are not going through. There could be that, in a literal sense, or it could be that a tree, like a symbolic of an ancestor or something, someone's ideas that are going to be cut down now. You're not going to follow that. And it could be down, again, I was feeling like religion, where you could be changing pathways. So that's a lot in there to unpack. I was like, goodness, why is my last reading the most oddly involved? I thought, well, it's what I'm getting. Oh, I saw a red dress too, like quite a red outfit, something red, like a red coat or red dress that's quite distinctive as well. We've got the King of Swords. Speaking of people who have had enough and are just going to voice their opinion because they've kind of researched on something as well. So they feel as though they have the right knowledge or the right in the right position to actually say so. This is air sign energy, so Geminis, Aquariuses, and Librans, who, and it's a king. It's the king energy. I always see him in cards with lots of knowledge around, books and in libraries and things like that. So I feel as though this is related to that message here, the wise owl coming in down here, as though, what, I have to actually be in my truth now. I'm too wise now. I'm looking at his grey hair, the silver fox here, sort of saying, you know what, it doesn't matter if there's differing, if the majority of opinions is absolutely opposite. I have to speak my truth. And you know what? It's got to be the right thing to do, because here's the Ace of Pentacles. That's my abundance card. And maybe it is about something that needs to be said so that your energy can shift and you can bring in new growth. Maybe it's growth in relationships, but perhaps it's a new pathway that you can actually go on with these opinions. I'm seeing kind of like a YouTube channel or a blog, or where you could make your opinion kind of on the airwaves and just sort of go, you know what, I'm going to stand up for this. I know no one else is saying anything. It's funny that I'm getting these messages, and it could be at a sort of a level of local, that might have been why I was seeing the tree too, but local government, or your area council or shire, or however it's called, and it could be something that needs to be said. I feel as though there's money coming to you, Pisces, sort of out of the blue, unexpected funds, which is going to stop you from being in this juggling energy, because I got that actually coming out in reverse there to go with this one. So it's as though you'll be able to, it feels as though you've been, maybe there's been two accounts or two loans where you're trying to get the money, and it's going to be enough where it settles something for you, where you've got enough to do what you need. Interesting messages for you, Pisces. It's really odd, and it brings the World card. You've got this real sort of fixed energy, but it changes your world when you actually voice this, when you get it off your chest, when you sort of say something. This could be a hidden truth. It could be something from childhood, a secret that you've felt like you've had to keep. I know I'm kind of going into a dark place here, but I'm going to say it, Pisces. There could be something that's sort of like a family secret, or something where it had an effect on others, and you're just like, you know what, here's the Justice card. I have to speak my truth. This is Libran energy. I actually have to bring it out, because I'm suffering. If I don't do it, this life cycle is going to go, and it feels like I'm going to have to return back and do a do-over if I don't actually speak my truth now. Like, I'm going to have to reincarnate, come back and go again. So I, like, ready or not, here I come. I'm just going to say this, and everyone's going to have to deal with however those chips fall. That's how it feels to me. This is the energy that we're in. Like I said, careful on the delivery. Stay in your King of Swords wiseness when you're delivering it. It could be anywhere from family members into whatever, but I was specifically seeing that it's this freeing energy that you have where you can grow from that. And I really feel as though it could be a whole new pathway that you explore that grows from this. So if there's something that you have needed to tell the story of, you're going to find that there's actually a way of kind of growing, and this is fertile ground. It's funny how I saw the tree being cut. There's like a new shoot. You're able to grow a new history, grow a new, cut off the ancestral karma and grow from a new shoot, moving away from from troubles, from rocky water, and going to smooth sailing, dropping off the baggage. See the luggage here? I feel like she's just going to throw that over the edge and drop it off in the rocky waters and go to calm. And it's your wish. It's the star, again, this Aquarius sort of energy here. It's divinely guided if you do sort of speak up and head on a new path. This is probably quite specific. So if it doesn't relate to you, check out your rising and moon sign and your other placements for the other Pisces, because I just couldn't avoid this one. Somebody needs to hear it. It's something quite important that they've kept quiet about for a long time, or for a substantial amount of time, where they're just not in their truth, whoever this is. And I mean, the cards are flying out here. Problems resolve when you surrender them to your angels. This is from the Angel Wishes little deck from Debbie Malone. Problems resolve when you surrender them to your angels. That's exactly how I feel about this, Pisces. You have to deliver this, even though it's difficult. It's something that needs to be said and put out there. And if the blame, or if it's somebody who did something, you just have to, if you're feeling guilty about, I can't say anything because this would look, let's even take some examples. Perhaps you've seen someone doing something in their relationship, but you caught them red-handed, and it's going to spoil things, but you think, I have to actually say something because the other person's about to marry them or something, and they don't realize. And it's, there's all of those kinds of scenarios. It could be something from childhood, a terrible secret that's coming up for me. And, to sort of save some people in the family from having to go through, you think, but inside you are, you're all torn up. So think about the delivery of it, though, like just carefully. I know you have the information that you need, but yeah, just be aware that it's tricky timing. It's very tricky timing at the moment because of the eclipses. Emotions are really high, and there's Mercury retrograde. So we have this energy where our words get messed up, the delivery, how people receive the information. So, if you could delay until the end of April before, get your thoughts, doesn't change the idea of it, but when Mercury comes out of retrograde would be better timing, and also that we'd be out of the eclipse season. So, I'm not encouraging you not to speak out, but just this ready or not, here I come, and then you could land the clanger. It could be tricky. I've just grabbed you a Lover's Oracle card from the Toni, Carmine, Salerno illustrated Oracle card deck. I love these because each card has a beautiful artwork on it, and this one's so cool because it almost looks like Pisces watery energy, but it looks like a tree too, like nearly like their hands are going into tree branches. And I saw the tree coming up in the crystal ball, and so you sort of look at the imagery, and then there's a message. Your message: wait, don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course. Pisces. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. Nature, of course, refers to, as well in the case that I was picking up, that, these planetary alignment is tricky for this delivery. I'm not saying not to do it. It's just saying wait, and, so that you're going to be in the best delivery of this King of Swords, and it's going to be able to grow into something beautiful out of something that's quite tricky to deal with. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please leave a comment if this made any sense for you, Pisces. I'd be curious to know what it relates to. And thank you so much for supporting my channel. Tricky times, watch the series, the shorts series that I'm doing on manifesting in the eclipse season. So each day, and that could be a great way of you getting through this month, is to write down something that you're going to get rid of, a negative thought pattern or whatever, and that is allowing, and then doing something positive, a hobby, something towards a new business, something that's positive that moves you forward, and doing that to counter it. So letting go and bringing something in. And I've got a little list going, and I've been doing that each day and doing a video on it. So this is my little eclipse manifesting. 1 hour on my website, 1 hour logo ideas. I've sanded my veranda. I've been doing my website, plants, gardening, and I'm keeping myself to account, but also my viewers are doing the same. So we're going on the journey together, and I'm watching the likes and comments. So I know that others have got their little list going too. And if you don't have a list, just type it in the comments to sort of say in my manifesting videos, yeah, I'm doing this today, or I'm doing that. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, watch your words this whole month. I think Mercury comes out of retrograde, or it's late. It's around the 25th, this sort of towards the end of April. So that energy is going to be hanging around. It messes around with transportation, with glitches in technology. Leave extra time to drive places. It brings back people from the past, which could be things that we were talking about here. Childhood things from the past come up. People could show up on the doorstep as well when I was saying, ready or not, here I come, where you're going to have to face something. That could all be Mercury retrograde energy. So just be mindful of it. Stay grounded. Take deep breaths. Get outdoors. Do things that have cups of tea and coffee. Leave the extra time to get to places so you can have a coffee in a cafe rather than having the buses, replacing trains and you panicking. All of that is going on. Everyone's in emotional energy. Everybody's feeling the pinch financially. So be mindful of it, Pisces. You'll sail on through. And then you can be ready or not. Here you come. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I'll catch up with you mid-month. Cheers, Pisces.